Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Militant Negro Network on YouTube. I am Mr. Militant Negro. You are now at my network, a place where truth, facts, and honest thoughts and opinions are spoken. Welcome, enjoy yourselves, and there appears to be a new bill out of Connecticut that intends to arm police drones. Connecticut made it the first state in the country to allow police officers to put deadly weapons on drones. Now, some states have discussed equipping drones with tasers, but this is the first proposal that wants to arm drones with deadly weapons. Lawmakers in the state of Connecticut are proposing a law that would actually ban the use of weaponized drones for the average citizen while opening the door for police officers to arm police drones. Senator John Kessel, a supporter of the measure, told Fox 5 News, "Obviously, this is for very limited circumstances. We can certainly envision some incident on some campus or someplace else where someone is a rogue shooter or someone was kidnapped and you try to blow out a tire on a vehicle. However, as expected, activists and human rights groups have spoken out against this new proposal. We have huge concerns that they would use this new technology to abuse our communities," says Scott X. Esdale, president of the Connecticut NAACP. And Mr. Esdale is correct. While it hasn't taken place inside the borders of the United States as of yet, for more than a decade, the U.S. has been terrorizing and abusing communities across the Middle East, raining down hell from above with the use of drone technology. Now it appears the war is about to come home. David McGuire, executive director of the state ACLU, echoed these same concerns, suggesting that we will be setting a dangerous precedent. It is really concerning and outrageous that that's being even considered in our state legislature. Lethal force raises this to a level of real heightened concern, says Mr. McGuire. There are some small concessions that are made in the proposal, including a requirement for police officers to get a warrant before using weaponized drones. However, police often get warrants very easily in situations where they really aren't justified. In many cases, it takes a simple 5-minute phone call to a judge in order to get a warrant. Also, as Fox 5 News points out, police could forego the warrant if there are emergency circumstances or the person who is the subject of the drone attack gives permission. Now, police claims they would also be required to file a yearly report on how often and why they used the drone. However, if this reporting is anything like police reporting on the use of deadly force, it will be sparse at best and entirely false or non-existent at worst. This bothers me, and it bothers me extremely and deeply. See, it's vitally important that we as citizens in the United States of America understand that police officers vis-a-vis law enforcement officials throughout the United States abuse their power. And this is why it's important that we as U.S. citizens do not allow drones to become weaponized. You want proof of police abuse of power already? Well, let's take a look at the executions of unarmed civilians and the executions or murder of civilians, period, in the United States. A website called killedbypolice.net has taken to recording police executions without drones, just with the weapons they've been issued. In January of 2017, there were 105 murders of civilians at the hands of police officers. In February of 2017, there were 113 deaths by police officers of civilians. In March of 2017, there were 83 deaths at the hands of police officers. 83 dead civilians. And in April, and this is the first day of April, there have been 2 human beings killed by police. A grand total of 303 executions, murders, deaths by civilians at the hands of law enforcement. That right there tells me we don't need to weaponize drones. We don't need to arm drones. We don't need to give law enforcement in the United States of America the ability to kill from above with drones. I'm out of here. Be well. Stay safe. Namaste.